Folks, we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. The clock on the wall says 7 o'clock. All right, first order of business will be the consent agenda. Resolve the Board of Education approve the consent agenda consisting of the approval of warrants, budget status report dated June 30th, 2020, budget status report dated July 31st, 2020. As attached, I have a motion. Sean made a motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Carried. Next is communication reports and announcements, additions or amendments to the agenda. Resolve the Board of Education approves the agenda for the August 12, 2020 meeting as presented or amended. Have motion. Sean made a motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Discussion. The superintendent has indicated we're not having or don't need an executive session unless one of you folks got something you want to bring up. Okay, move. No further discussion. We'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So carried. Next is communications board president. I don't have any. Communications of our principal.
She is home tallying parent surveys.
All right. Communications of our district clerk. None. Communications of our superintendent.
So it looks like most everything I have here, we have a resolution on later. If there's people out in the public that are watching this and have a question, they can email me at jplows@brookfieldcsd.org and we'll answer your question. jplows@brookfieldcsd.org. So today, hopefully, all of our parents have responded to the survey that we had regarding reopening school. The return rate was quite high when we looked at it this morning. So what Carrie's doing now is organizing the responses and making a list of parents who have not responded, and we'll try to start to reach out to them tomorrow. It's extremely important. Even if they haven't responded, maybe they can go on now and respond later, because without accurate, complete information, we're not going to be able to make the decisions that we need to make. And based on those surveys, that's how we're going to set the schedule as far as what students come in on. In our plan, we call it A days and B days, but it's now blue and orange, blue day and orange days, blue and orange days. In addition, we got to get our transportation routes scheduled and many other decisions made. But we can't do that until we know the student group that's coming back and if any are staying home for remote learning. I do think there's some people contemplating homeschooling, which homeschooling, people should be aware, is different from remote learning. The remote learning that we will be doing is actually the student's classroom teacher is going to be live streaming to students over the internet. So to say the lesson that a student is receiving in class from their teacher, then the student who stays home is going to receive the same lesson. In addition, teachers will have office hours where the students can check in with them. And in addition, when the lesson's going on, it's interactive. The student at home can ask the teacher questions. So that's a completely different way than if a student or a parent would select for a student to be homeschooled. And homeschooled, then parent has to get their own set of curriculum, and there are services like that available. They have to purchase that curriculum and test the student themselves. The other downside of homeschooling, in my opinion, is if and when we're able to start up interscholastic sports, homeschool students cannot participate in that. So those are some things to consider. Plus, it's hard. Some people could do it. Some people are geared for it and can teach their kids through a homeschooling program. I know I never could have mine. My field of expertise is just not math, science, history, English. You got to be a jack of all trades in order to do it. So moving on. We're working on the reopening plan. Had to take a couple days and focus on some other things. Got some concerns. I'm a little concerned on the reopening plan. We're relating to pre-kindergarten as far as the space for pre-kindergarten. And currently, New York State has frozen the grant for pre-kindergarten. And pre-kindergarten, the majority of it is usually paid for by a state grant. So they're being pretty quiet on that. My concern is that they're going to cut that grant. I haven't heard that they are, but they froze it for a reason. So we're a little concerned there. Hopefully, in the next several days, we'll have some more information. Okay, so I think in this week's newspaper, moving on, I think in this week's newspaper, there's going to be an advertisement from the school district where we're looking to hire some people. We're looking at a cleaner position, possibly a cleaner / bus driver position, bus driver positions, and substitute teachers and other substitute non-instructional staff. So hopefully there's some interest out there and people will send in a resume or fill out an application. Just contact the district office and we'll get you an application. We're on kind of a short timeline there to get somebody hired. Let's see. I think that depending on our success with the parent survey and some decisions that we're going to have to make, that we may be wanting to schedule a school board meeting next week so that we can update the school board members where we are at on this reopening process. But in addition, so that we can have a parent meeting and answer any questions that parents may still have, but also inform them where we are at in this process. As we've been on hold for a few days waiting for the results of this parent survey. We're required to have 2 more meetings with parents prior to the start of the school year, and I think next week might be a good time to do that. If it's okay with the school board, I'd like to hold off on scheduling that specific day right now, because I don't want to say let's do it on Wednesday and we don't have all the information put together with the parent survey by Wednesday, but hopefully we would be able to do it by Wednesday. Okay, any questions? Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, next order of business is resident participation.
There's something there. Okay, nothing.
Okay, we're going on to old business, new business. CSE recommendations. Resolve the Board of Education upon the recommendation of the superintendent approves the provisions of services as recommended by the Committee on Special Education for the following numbers: 12120, 12146, 12192, 12121, 12197, 12037, 12096, 12060, 12153, 12077, 7788, 12194, 12178, 12367, 12368, and 12370. As attached, have a motion. Sean's made the motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Discussion? No discussion, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? So carried. Okay, next order of business is approval of tax tax warrants. Resolved, the Board of Education on the recommendation of the superintendent approves the resolution to confirm tax rolls and authorize tax levy as presented. Whereas the Board of Education is authorized by the whereas the Board of Education has been authorized by the voters of the annual school meeting to raise for the current budget of the 2020-2021 school year a sum of not to exceed $1,559,834. Therefore, be it resolved that the board fix the equalization rates by town and confirm the extensions of taxes as they appear on the following described tax roll, and be it hereby directed that the tax warrant of this board duly assigned shall be affixed to the above described tax rolls, authorized the collection of said taxes to begin September 1st, 2020 and end October 31st, 2020, given the tax warrant an effective period of 61 days, at the expiration of which time the tax collector shall make an accounting in writing to the board. And it is further directed that the delinquent tax penalties should be fixed as follows. First month is free, second month interest 2% added, and the third month or a fraction thereof interest of 2% added. That motion? Sean made the motion. Second? Valerie has seconded. Discussion?
So the tax levy is the same as it was last year. And because of an increase in assessments, the actual tax rate will slightly go down this year.
Okay. No further discussion. We'll vote. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? So carried. Okay. Approval of agreement contract for cooperative extension services. Resolved that the agreement made this first day of July 2020 between the Oneida Herkimer Madison BOCES party of the first part and Brookfield Central School District party of the second part. When witnessed, therefore, party of the first part has been duly authorized to provide the approved services and been authorized to enter into agreement with boards of education, school trustees, and under the provisions of sections 1950-51 of education law. Now therefore be said party of the first part hereby agrees to provide to the party of the second part the following services during 2020-2021 school year at an indicated cost of $1,590,418. I have a motion. Sean made a motion, second. Valerie is seconded. Discussion? No further discussion. We'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Opposed. Personnel appointment of committee and special education co-chairman. Resolved, the Board of Education upon the recommendation of the superintendent approves the appointment of Colby Thal to the position of committee on special education co-chairperson effective August 12th, 2020. Stipend as per BTA contract. Have a motion. Sean made the motion, second. Valerie is seconded. Discussion?
So Colby was in this position a few years ago, and with the increase in the workload for this committee right now and everything else going on, we need some more help on this committee.
Very good. No further discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Personnel acceptance of resignation. Resolved, the Board of Education upon recommendation of the superintendent hereby accepts the resignation of Paul Cooper as head cleaner, building maintenance worker, effective August 29th, 2020 for the purpose of retirement. The motion. Sean made the motion, second. Valerie is seconded. Discussion?
So this is a well-earned retirement. Paul's been here, I believe, 30 years and in the head cleaner position for quite a while. And that job takes a lot of early morning hours, especially in the winter. I know 4 o'clock in the morning was usual show up time during the winter, start snow removal and cleaning sidewalks, et cetera, and making sure all the things in the building were ready to go. So it is well deserved, and we wish you the best in return.
No further discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? So carried. Personnel appointment of head cleaner, building maintenance worker, resolved the Board of Education on the recommendation of the superintendent approves the appointment of Ken Plows to the position of head cleaner, building maintenance worker, effective September 1st, 2020. Salary for this position is $25.64 per hour. Do I have a motion? Sean made a motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Discussion?
So Ken's been here, I believe, a couple of years now, and Ken came in on the maintenance, building maintenance side, and is in charge of our basically heating, electrical, and all the mechanical systems. And in the meantime, he's been learning the ropes on the supervisory side and the actual administrative side of the building maintenance, so he could step into this position when Paul did decide to retire. I think he'll do a good job. I know he will.
No further discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? So carried. Personnel appointment of COVID-19 safety coordinators. Resolved, the Board of Education on the recommendation of the superintendent approves the appointment of the following COVID-19 safety coordinator: James Fowles Jr., COVID-19 safety coordinator first alternate, Carrie Smith, COVID-19 safety coordinator second alternate, Jennifer Phillips. Have a motion? Sean made a motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Discussion?
So this is an appointment that's required under New York State education law now. And Carrie and Jen have been right there with me in all the aspects of planning the reopening for this program. I know they'll do a heck of a job. I'm a little suspect about my role. That's why they're there.
No further discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? So carried. Approval of the 2020-21 school calendar changes. Resolved that the Board of Education on the recommendation of superintendent approves the following changes to the 2020-2021 school district calendar. The changes are: first day for teachers, September 21st. We didn't change that. Right? September 1st. I'm sorry, not 21st, isn't it?
Giving them 2 days off, Bernie.
Whoa, no. Okay, first day for students, September 3rd was the original calendar, and the amended calendar is September 8th. Conference days, September 1st and 2nd, October 16th and March 19th was the original calendar. The amended calendar says September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. A motion? Sean made motion, second. Valerie has seconded. Discussion?
So let's just review it for quickly what the new calendar looks like. And so the first day for teachers will be September 1st. And the first day for students will be September 8th. Teachers will be here on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's conference days planning to get the new year rolling. Again, first day for students will be September 8th. If we are on a remote schedule, which we don't plan on being, but everybody will be at home. If we're on a hybrid schedule, which is the plan right now, depending on whether it's a blue or an orange day, some students will be in school on September 8th, while some will be learning remotely. So here we are, it is Wednesday. In the next few days, as we go through this parent survey and get things more in a final position, we have a current letter that we're working on, and the exact information will be mailed to the parents shortly. We're shooting for sometime next week. That's our goal. It's a pretty ambitious goal, but we know people are in limbo out there right now waiting. We're doing our best, and we appreciate your patience. So first day for students, September 8th.
Okay. No further discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? So carried.
As I think about it more, Bernie, maybe we should tentatively schedule next Wednesday as a board meeting, and then if we're not ready, it'll be a board meeting and a presentation to the parents. But if we're not ready, then we'll just have to postpone it. Could we just see if our calendars work for Wednesday, not September, whatever it is, August 19th, right? Yeah.
Seven o'clock?
Whatever works best for the board members.
Yeah, 7.
7 o'clock.
Okay, so that's a tentative. If we're ready, we'll meet. We'll let you know where we are on the reopening plan as far as the details. And I would anticipate we would present at least virtually to parents. And to conclude, we had a virtual meeting with parents the other night. Any of them wanted to log in to ask questions about our reopening plan, so they could complete the parent survey, and it went very well. The parents had great questions. They're a great bunch, and I think they're all understanding that there is no playbook here, and we're trying to figure this out in a healthy and safe way for our kids and staff. Thank you.
Okay. As I said before, we don't need an executive session.
No, you don't.
Okay. We need to resolve the board adjourn the August 12th, 2020 meeting at, what we got, Krista? 7:20, 25? Okay. It's a long, that clock's a long ways off. 7:25. Do I have a motion?
Make motion.
Sean made a motion, second. Valerie is seconded. Discussion? And no discussion. We'll vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Thank you very much.
I'd like the record to show that I was here tonight, and that meeting was under half an hour.